handle, doesn't he?
Oh, he's got a great handle.
And it's Seattle with the ball. After the basket by Brooklyn, pass to KD. Five on the clock. Seattle needs to get off a shot. Here's Kemp. Seattle missing again. Kemp's gotten just one of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. They get it back. Here's Ingram. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. It's stolen by Edwards. With the drive, and Edwards slams it in.
Well, everything about Edwards' drive makes it dangerous. His speed, his agility, and his lack of fear.
And the first time out of the game called for Seattle. Stoudemire's checked in for Brooklyn. Leonard comes in for Ingram. The Sonics also changing it up. Sam Perkins, he's checked in for Durant. And McMillan subbed in for Hersey Hawkins. Payton against Edwards. Looking to end the run. Edwards with the block.
Well, I love whenever Edwards is this engaged defensively. Excellent job coming up with the block.
And it's Leonard missing. Seattle calls timeout.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play. Get some points and give this team some confidence.
And the Supersonics making a change here. Snow's checked in. Seattle trails by 4. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, pass to Kemp. Inside, McMillan. Edwards with the block. Outside Leonard. An easy 2 points on the layup. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Brooklyn.
Well, their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
Another thing they've done well is push the tempo. They're running the floor and converting on the fast break. He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And Adebayo with the basket on the assist from Leonard.
And contact can't slow Adebayo down. He's not afraid to get physical when he's attacking.
Westbrook against Snow. Perkins with a screen on Westbrook. And the foul called on Edwards. That is his first foul of the game for the Sonics. Johnson, he's checked in for Kemp. Kevin Durant comes in for Schrempf. And Askew subbed in for Snow. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Shot by Stoudemire, no good. Seattle trails by 6. 17 seconds left to play in the first. Durant inside. He's covered by Westbrook. Durant, good.
Well, he got to his spot in the mid-range, and that's a shot he's going to make more often than not.
Leonard. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Leonard's got his second bucket.
Got it! Oh, what a hit! That is such a tough shot.
Oh, beats the buzzer from way down.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Brooklyn ahead. They're up by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
So with Payton on the bench, here's the group that George Karl has on the floor. They've got Perkins. Rakowski is out there with Durant. Then there's Askew, and it's McMillan at the point. And Leonard gets it to go.
You set him up more often than not. Leonard will knock him down.
Seattle trails by 3. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Leonard. Leonard dunks it down with force.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Pass to Durant. Here's the three. The Sonics again can't hit. Brooklyn leading by 5. Now for an update on Gary Payton's injury, we'll go to David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for Seattle let me know the status. He told me that he bruised his rib. He's got a pretty good mark there, and he is really feeling it.
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him. Oh, Leonard in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
This is how dominant Leonard can be. And once he finds his comfort zone, he keeps his foot on the gas.
Time called here. The Sonics decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Some changes for Seattle. Johnson, he's checked in for Perkins. Schrempf comes in for Bukowski. And Hawkins subbed in for Askew. And it's McMillan missing.
The defense does just enough to alter that shot.
Leonard against Schrempf. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Detlef Schrempf.
Oh, very difficult to just stop Kawhi inside. He's a powerful player who commits to his attacks.
Good on the second free throw. Seattle trails by 10. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Schrempf. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Schrempf's got 5 points so far. Here's Keenan. Lays it up off the glass. And Brooklyn leads by 9.
Well, excellent read there by Edwards. He saw someone had a better shot, and he got them the ball.
It's stolen by Edwards. Pass to Keenan. It's picked off. Poked loose. Back to Edwards. Pull up Shea. Edwards going all the way.
And it's really good to see Edwards knock down the mid-range jumper. He continues to work on becoming more consistent from that area.
A minute 50 left to play here in the half. Here's Durant. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Brooklyn making some changes. Stoudemire comes in for Walton. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Brandon Ingram. And then for Seattle, Perkins is checked in for Johnson. Wingate comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Payton in for McMillan. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Seattle trails by 11.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And here's Schrempf. 5 points in the game. Here's Keenan. Stoudemire now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Here's Perkins. Westbrook pulls it in. Brooklyn leading by 13. Down low. It's tipped. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first half. Perkins with the screen for Payton. Pass to Schrempf. 6 on the shot clock. Rebound, Brooklyn. Leonard on the wing. Over Hawkins. And that one's good. Leonard's got 13 points in just this quarter.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Brooklyn leads by 15. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. So with Leonard on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Edwards. He's out there with Russell Westbrook. Adebayo is out there with Ingram. And it's Keenan in at the 4 spot.
Payton, a super vocal guy, constantly talking up a storm, always trying to get into the heads of the opposition.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Payton.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Here's Adebayo, and he uses the glass on the way. Adebayo's got 7 points.
And inside is where Bam is at his best. He knows how to outwork the other guys in the paint.
Stand from 15 feet in. Not many players more dangerous in this NBA than Bam Adebayo.
No, there's not, Kevin. He's got the total package when he gets in the mid-range area on down. He can shoot the mid-range jumper above the rim to finish. He can score with his back to the basket, and he's an outstanding passer.
And we haven't even mentioned his defense, right? Because his defense is off the charts.
Always an all-defense consideration.
Payton passes to KD. Kemp a screen on Ingram. Durant for 3. So smooth on the 3 from Durant.
And you just love how quickly KD gets into his shot. No wasted motion.
Offensive rebound. Out to Edwards. Here's Keenan. Strength cover. Here's Westbrook. A rebound by Kemp. And here's Kemp. He'll bring it up for the Supersonics. Down by 12. Payton outside. Pass to KD. The tray. Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Edwards, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Time called here. The Sonics decide to talk it over. Seattle trails by 14. Payton up top. He's covered by Westbrook. Outside, Kemp. Durant in the corner. Four on the shot clock. Rejected by Ingram.
And that wingspan of Ingram can sneak up on you. He is long.
And that one's good. Westbrook.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Here's Peyton. That one good for 2.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Here's Keenan. Seattle grabs the miss. Durant kicks to Peyton. Back to KD. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Peyton against Adebayo. Peyton passes to Kemp. Shot from the top of the key, and he hits the jump shot.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Ingram, and Durant sends it back.
And how about the reach of Durant? A terrific job of having that on display defensively. And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots. Better selection. You have to be set up for success.
Stoudemire, he's checked in for Brooklyn. McMillan's checked in for Seattle.
And when I look at Ingram's length and skill set, he reminds me a little of Tayshaun Prince, as well as Kevin Durant. Boy, he has a high ceiling.
The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Outside for KD. Top of the key, Peyton. Westbrook against McMillan. Kemp screen on Westbrook. No one near Peyton as he lets it go. The Sonics again can't hit. Brooklyn leading by 16. Stoudemire finds Edwards. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Looking like a monster inside. Stoudemire using that size and power to get the finish.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Smith checked in for Adebayo. Leonard comes in for Edwards. And Collins subbed in for Russell Westbrook. The Sonics also changing it up. Perkins is checked in for Kemp. Askew comes in for Schroeder. And it's Snow in for Peyton. Here's Snow. Nothing on the board. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. So it's Brooklyn now. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Fades. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 19 points.
Yeah, that fadeaway gave him more than enough space to get that shot off.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Durant against Smith. Durant deciding where to go with it. Perkins for 3. That shot off. And so it's Brooklyn with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We'll return shortly. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. It's stolen by Edwards. So with Durant sitting on the bench, here's the group that George Karl has on the floor. Schrempf is out there with Bukowski. Then there's McMillan. Then it's Johnson. And it's Hawkins in at the shooting guard position. Here's McMillan. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. And Brooklyn making a change. Stoudemire's checked in. Here is Schrempf. Pass to Bukowski. Here's McMillan. He takes it in. Pocket 6. And he comes up with the deuce. Brooklyn leading by 21. Smith for 3. Connects from three-point range. Smith's got 5 points now this quarter.
And defenses have to remember that Smith has some range. He's happy to remind them of it as well.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Hawkins passes to McMillan. With the fadeaway. Askew's checked in for the Sonics. Snow comes in for McMillan. McMillan's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Back to Leonard in the corner. Smith with it. And it's off from three-point range. Hawkins passes to Schrempf. Brooklyn with the rebound. Edwards got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Leonard on the money from 12 feet away. Leonard's got 21.
Totally dialed in. Leonard makes quick work from that mid-range.
Here's Snow. Pass to Schrempf. Here's Snow. With the teardrop, and that one drops for him.
The D can give up these kinds of looks, especially to Snow.
Edwards kicks to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Hawkins. Here's Snow. And here's Hawkins. The three-pointer, no good. Leonard finds Stoudemire. Back to Leonard. Over Snow. Leonard, no luck. And here are the Supersonics now. Schrempf passes to Snow. Buries it down low. Snow's got 4 points this quarter. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Good on the triple.
Yeah, Leonard really utilizing the vision to find the crack in the defensive coverage.
Pass to Hawkins. Here's Askew. To the inside. And Stoudemire with the block. Barry's checked in for Brooklyn. Collins comes in for Edwards. Then for the Supersonics, Sean Kemp. He's checked in for Johnson. Kevin Durant comes in for Askew. And it's Payton in for Snow. Here's Leonard. That one falls. Leonard's got 25 points in the game. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end. And Leonard is such a tough cover. He's so good at baiting the D into foul.
And the first one falls. He's checked in for Stoudemire. Leonard hits them both. 1:09 left in the game. Outside Durant. To halt the run. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
There's no limit to what KD can do scoring the basketball.
And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Collins.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Here's Payton. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Kemp, and the rejection by Smith. Here's Durant. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Collins with it. He's picked up by KD. Kemp with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Seattle.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Outside, Payton. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in